What is up, YouTube? And do we have something cool today? We have all the cards revealed. So without any further ado, let's dive into every single one of them. By the way, if you like my content, consider subscribing to the channel. We make a lot of card game content. So let's start off with the class that we've seen most of the cards with and move on from there. We have seen most of the cards in Abysscraft, but there are a few new ones. So this is a mode card, and most of the archetype is all about mode. We have seen the girl who gives us the crest for mode to 10, and this is pretty much a staple of this deck. You will have to have her in your deck in order to have the quest. We have Scream of Loathing, another card we have seen. Congregant we have seen as well, a very powerful card, and we have seen this card as well, which is the draw card. We have seen the new Apollo, Insane. We have seen March of the Brutes, pretty bad. Supplicant, have we seen this card? Deal 3 to random enemy follower. Ooh, okay, so this card is new. I believe this card is new. And I believe this card is new. So, 3 new cards. Let's start off with the bronze card. Ephemeral Demon Princess, Fanfare. Select 2 enemy followers in the field and destroy them. Deal 4 damage to your leader, Storm. So it's remove 2 units, Storm for 8 in Abysscraft. Remove 2 units and Storm 4 damage. Deal 4 to yourself. So you can kind of compare this to Odin. Odin is 7 mana, banish 1. This is 8 mana, destroy 2. But you take 4 damage in the process. And it's a 4/6. It's actually pretty damn decent. And I'll tell you why. I think this might fit in Aggro Abyss. Mainly because it deals with very annoying archetypes like Wardhaven. Wardhaven is one of those decks where if you don't kill them early, they have such a big defensive layer on the board that it's really hard to hit face with. Getting rid of 2 ward units and going face is kind of good. Now, I don't think this is more than a 1 of, maybe. I don't think you add multiple copies of this because this is such a brick in your hand if you have like 2. But maybe you run 1. You might run 1. It does get rid of double Norman blockers as well. That is true. So possibly you can run it. It's not a bad card by any means, but it's not great either. Secondly, we have, let's look at Spirited Gravekeeper. Enhance 7. Reanimate 5 and reanimate 3. What the hell does reanimate 5 do for you? There's really not much at all. You want to reanimate on 5. Chat's saying Sharon, but Sharon is a it's a play effect. Sharon is not a, it's not when she appears. What does that do for Sharon? Her effect doesn't go off. Same for Aragavi, guys. The effect doesn't go off. It's a play effect. I guess this is also a fanfare effect. I guess you can do this if they have a really good evolve effect. The reanimate 3 is great. This is good for zombie. But I'm trying to figure out what the hell to do with this. Mukon, again, like, he's okay, but you have to manually evolve him after that. And Mukon is a 4-drop. He's not a 5-drop. Series is a 4-drop, not a 5-drop. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because this is very often going to reanimate like a 4/3 Aragavi that does nothing. Because he doesn't even have an evolve ability. I wonder if this can see play in aggro. I don't think it can. But like reanimating aggro is not bad at all. Like maybe. But like you can't afford to go 7 mana reanimate him when you can be playing 7 mana Odin to face. It's just wrong. Like, yeah, you can reanimate Vuela and something, but I don't think so. I think this is just kind of meh. I'm not sold. There's no crazy 5-drop in this set. Like, I guess Congruent is kind of okay, right? Like, you reanimate here, you super evolve. I don't know. I'm not sold. I don't know, dude. But we'll have to wait and see. Supplicant of Entwining. Okay, Fanfare, select a mode to activate. All right. Deal 3 damage to random enemy follower. That's really bad. Really bad. For enemy, random. Actually, is it that bad? It's kind of bad. Restore 2 defense to your leader. Actually, I mean, it's a 4/4. It's a 4/4. It's not that bad. This is playable. No, this is playable. This is definitely playable because you don't have to evolve it to get value out of it. It can see play. I mean, the rune one is way better because it targets and it gives you Earthright, right? Like it's way stronger than this. But this is, I don't know. So it's kind of meh. But the upside is that it goes into the entire like shtick of like getting this quest done as fast as possible by selecting modes. So you kind of want to play modes every single turn. So it's kind of playable and it's good for the quest. All right. Moving back to Dragoncraft, I think we've only seen these three. So let's go one by one. First of all, Nation of Disdain. Count on 4, engage 1. Deal 1 damage to all followers. So you can click this whenever you want to deal 1 damage to all followers. Okay. Once per turn. Another way to activate the class mechanic. I'm still not sold on this mechanic. Congregant of this. I feel like you need to have a crest other than this that gets value out of it. But I don't know. We'll see. What does this guy do? Fanfare, deal 3 damage to all followers. Okay. At the end of your turn, if this follower's defense is 3 or less, give all Dragoncraft followers in your hand. That's kind of interesting. So this is very strong if you have like a lot of Storm in your hand. So this is buffing your hand very consistently too, especially if you like curve her out and you get the crest, right? Because then what happens is you drop this guy, he drops his own HP to 4, you get a free 0 cost Fangs of the Ardent, and then you drop him by playing that to 2/3, right? So you'll guarantee get that right away off the turn. Now you things like Forte in your deck are dealing 1 more damage to face, etc. You can set up some pretty cool hands for sure. So it's a hand buff card. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so far I've seen no reason whatsoever to hurt your own units, other than just to generate more of these, which is like, I guess, sort of useful versus Swordcraft. And this guy kind of does damage to face as well. Okay, now we have a reason to do it, but this guy has to survive in order to do it. He has a really good ability, by the way. Board clear, hurts himself, which is also good. Yeah, solid. It's a reason. All right. Moving along, we have Ocean Rider, summon Majestic Majorca. Ooh, Megalorca. If you're in Overflow, summon 2. Oh, wow. Wait, this card is kind of busted. Whenever an allied marine follower enters the field, give it ward. Yo, this card is kind of busted. So this is literally 3 mana, 3/3, gives you Rush unit, which is great, and gives you healing in the control version of the deck. I like this card a lot. Now, yeah, this is great. And if you have 7 mana, which you should have very often, this is a 3 mana 5/5 with double rush and heal for 2. And they get ward, by the way. They have ward, so now they're even more useful. I think this card is really strong. Like, this card is an auto include in every ramp deck, I think, because you're never playing a ramp deck without Neptune. So, nothing bad to say about it. Very, very good. Supplicant of Disdain. Actually, let's look at this first. It might be another SeaWorld card. Fanfare, destroy all damage enemy followers. I mean, okay. Okay, I guess. The thing is, like, so it works well with this. Obviously, Fangs into that is just insta-board clear. The only thing about that is, like, every one of these cards is board clear. Like, this is full-on board clear. This gives me board clear. Like, I don't think you're going to be lacking board clear. And 6 mana, 6/6 do nothing? I don't know. The Amulet. Yeah, we have so much damage AoE that I feel like this is not going to be that necessary. I think you're going to be clearing the board very often regardless. So this feels a little bit fillery, but if I'm wrong, maybe it sees to play. Maybe this combo is really useful. We'll see. Raging Lightning. All right, 3 mana cost card spell. Deal 5 damage to all followers with the highest defense. Okay. If you're in Overflow, deal 3 damage to all leaders with the highest defense. So this does 3 damage to 1 unit guaranteed. Guaranteed. This is 3 mana, deal 5. Right? It'll hit any unit for 5. And if there's any unit, well, of course, the tankiest unit for 5. And if there's any unit that shares their exact same HP, it'll deal 5 to them as well. So, yeah. It's useful for, like, if somebody goes wide. Unfortunately, this doesn't target. Wait. I mean, it doesn't target, yeah. It also does face damage. But the problem is you have to have less HP than them, right? In order for this to hit the enemy. You got to be on lower HP, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this card, man. I'm not a fan of this card. I think it's awkward. I'm going to say, not a fan. I guess it's good if you like, I don't know, like, I don't know. When is it good? Like if somebody plays, I guess, Congregant and they get like 3 copies of... Who knows, dude? I mean, you can do like 1 mana, deal 2 damage to something, and then wipe the board if everything has the same HP. Again, I'm not going to think too hard about it. Let's keep moving along. Supplicant of Disdain. Rush and Ward, okay. 5/3/5 Rush Ward, already trash. At the end of your turn, fully restore the defense of this follower and restore the same amount. Oh. Oh. You can set up like heal for 4 against this. That's not that bad. I mean, I was saying the stats are horrible. 5 out of 3/5 Rush Ward is trash, but with this, that's a lot of healing. It is. It is a lot of healing. Now, it is very overstated, unfortunately. But something you have to realize also is like if you super evolve this, it sucks. But if you evolve it, you can heal for 6 with this in 1 turn. You evolve this. This is a 5/7, right? And by the way, if you're playing this playstyle right here, instead of like let's say Ramp, which wants to use healing cards, you can get this down to 1 HP pretty consistently. This can go down to 1 very consistently. So you can heal for 6 very consistently. Kind of good. Kind of good. I think this card is very playable. In the right deck, you're going to want to have like 2 copies of this. I don't know if you play 3, because it is a weak card. It sets you back on tempo, but cool card nonetheless. Aggro is going to hate this card, because there's also Ward, and you play a 5/7, you swing with it, kill something, and it goes back to full HP. Yeah, this card is pretty strong. I could see it being a 3/0 for sure. For sure. And Devotee of Disdain, we have during your turn, whenever this follower takes damage but isn't destroyed, draw Dragoncraft. Oh, wow. This is a bronze card, but it's really, really good because it's whenever. You can draw like 3-4 cards with this if you want. It's whenever you want. Let's say you've been holding on to these, right? Let's say you have 2 of these, right? Ping, ping, draw 2 followers. And your entire set is dealing AoE damage. You evolve this, you give it 4/4, you can draw 3 followers off of it. That's a solid card. I can see this being a draw engine for sure. Why not? I think even in craft, in constructed, this can see play. Because the stat line is not that bad. It has to live. I know it has to live. That's why, like, you just give it stats. Don't forget, also, Congregant can give it stats. If this is in hand, like, you don't have to play this on curve on mana 2 unless you have no 2-drop. You can play this on mana 7, drop this down, draw like 3 cards with it. That's a lot of draw. You'd ping it, because you ping it with Nation, that's 1 damage to everything. You ping it with Ferocious Flame, that's 1 damage to it. You ping it with as many of these as you've collected, because you don't play this on curve every turn. Like, you don't play this every turn. You can hold on to these in hand. Overall, this could be a great draw engine, right? This Dane can give it a lot of defense, so you can draw it multiple times. You can evolve it normally and draw like 3 times, etc. Solid, solid. I'm still not sold on this archetype. It's going to take some experimenting to see how strong this archetype is. Because, like, generally speaking, like, what is your win con? I guess this guy? This guy does a lot of face damage. I think the win condition in this deck is going to be the following. I think it's going to be something like, you're going to have 2 Odins. You're going to have 3 copies of the, what's her name? Yeah, Forte, 3 copies of Forte, a lot of Storm units, and you play Control, this guy's Control, and you can even buff the Fortes with this, and you just go face when you need it, right? I think that can be the playstyle, something like that. I think it's going to be Storm plus Control. Yeah, cool deck archetype. I can see myself playing it. All right. Moving along, we have Swordcraft, which I also don't care too much about. So we have seen Octress. She gives us this card, deal 4 damage split among all enemies. Solid card, by the way. Solid card, because you can go face. Don't forget that. That can be 4 damage to face. The crest is useful. So you get the crest on Fanfare, right? Whenever you play a fuse or a loot card, it advances by 1, and it gives you this. It's just a good card to get. She's a 3 mana 3/3. She plays pretty nicely on tempo, on curve, And Gilded Blade, Gilded Necklace to your hand if you want to evolve her and get the loot cards. This plays very well into things like, well, let's say you play Albert. Boom, he hits for 12 damage to face. Another 4 damage for 1 cost from hand as well. Like, that's 16 damage on mana 10, right? Pretty strong. Pretty damn strong. Having multiple copies of her is not that bad. She's still a 3 mana 3/3. Like, her stat line is not horrible. And this is nice. This is a really good finisher. Especially considering the fact that you have Cincero, right? Because he deals X damage to all enemies. That includes face. So he fully board wipes, hits face, and then you can play 1 more mana to hit another 4 to face. So Sword has a lot of ways to hit face now that they didn't have previously. We have Returning Slash. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Okay, and you add Gilded Blade. If you fuse, draw a card. And if I want, I can cycle draw. It's not bad. Solid. Solid ping. Congregation. It gives you 2 loot cards. Okay. Whenever you play or fuse a loot card, deal 3. Now that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That makes this a lot stronger, for example. Is he good enough? I'm not sure if he's good enough. Yeah, he probably is. Because, again, you want to get these loot cards into your deck. And then you can fuse multiple times. Like, for example, let's say he is in your deck, right? Yeah. Fuse loot cards. Strong. Whenever you fuse, you do damage. This also fuses. Whenever you fuse, you do damage. He can just be a very good 4-drop. And evolve, recover 1 play point. It's not bad either. I can see it on mana 4. You evolve him, and then you play along with Returning Slash for even more value, right? Yeah, very strong. Very strong in this kind of deck, probably. Peppy Scout. Fanfare. Summon a random Swordcraft follower that costs 3 or less from your deck. Wow, that's Kagemitsu Tutor, for example. That's kind of cool. Also, it's kind of bad with her. Right? Because you need to play her for the Fanfare. Does Summon apply Fanfare? Now that I think about it, I'm not sure what Summon is. Does Summon apply Fanfare? Because I know Reanimate doesn't. Are we sure? It does not, okay. Interesting card. I don't know about this. I'm not sure, dude. Good intake, too. It can be decent. It can get you Kagemitsu. It can get you the Rush card. The Rush 3/2 girl, right? Making her a 5/4, but she doesn't really need the stat line. Yeah. Summon Squirrel. Isn't Squirrel... Wait. Squirrel a 2-drop or a 3-drop? I guess it's okay. I wouldn't say it's crazy, but it's okay. Alright. Supplicant of Usurpation. It is a 2-mana 1/2. Fanfare gives you Necklace, and Last Word, it gives you Blade. So that's just an auto-include just to get these, because you want these a lot, right? Probably just auto-include, period. Yep, solid. Shield Bash. Select an allied follower on the field and give it Ward. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Shield Bash is kind of weird. I mean, it's very high value. It's super high value. Random and Ward. I don't know. I'm not sold. I'm really not. It is anti-aggro, but does Swordcraft really need anti-aggro? Swordcraft already has great anti-aggro. I guess maybe you play this if you're playing this version of Swordcraft, because then you're not playing all the Go Wide Ward units, right? You're not playing Luminous. You're not playing a lot of other stuff. Maybe in that kind of deck. Maybe. Comrade of the Sword Master. 6 mana 5/5. Last Word. Summon Comrade of the Sword Master. Remove the last word from it. Yeah, I think this is filler. It's not good enough. It's just not good enough, I think. If it had Rush, it would be amazing. If this was a Rush card, this would be amazing. But it's not. Alright, and we have, last but not least, Devotee of Usurpation. 2 mana 2/1, Fanfare gives you Boots. Last Word gives you Goblet. Yep. Depending on how much you need this, you go for it, sure. Alright. That's it for Sword. So we have Abysscraft, Dragon Sword. What do we care the least about? Portalcraft, for now. What have we seen? We've seen this card. That's the entire shtick behind the deck. We have seen this card. Really cool. Dealing damage to enemy units and destroying your board. Really, really cool. Especially if you've multiplied these and gotten multiple of these. Very cool. Devastating Soprano. We've seen this one as well. Very cool as well. So these three work very well together. What else have I seen? Destroy X. Yeah, we've seen this card as well. This is all an archetype, keep in mind. What is this? Oh, alternate art. That's cool. Wasteland of Destruction. 2 mana, select an allied card on the field. If you selected one, destroy it and draw 2 cards. Wow. Wait. That's really good. And it draws a 3rd card, last word, and you want stuff on your board that you destroy. That's really, really good. That's really good. It's draw 3 and it helps you activate your amulets. That's amazing. That's really powerful. Now keep in mind, you do have to have your amulets, right? If you don't have a way to jumpstart amulets, you're kind of screwed. So this needs a target to start. And she needs to be found, right? You actually have to find her, and then you have to manually play this, which kind of sucks. But yeah. Once you have your engine going, this is very good. All right. Field Scientist. 5 mana, 3/4. Select a card in your hand and discard it. Draw 3 cards. Jerry support? Yeah, maybe it's a Jerry support. I don't think this card is that great. It's too slow. Supplicant of Destruction. Yeah, but you have to discard a card as well, so it's like it draws you 2. It's too expensive at 5, I think. Okay, 2 mana, 2/2. Select an allied card on the field. If you select it, when destroyed, and deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Okay. Evolve, replicate the card's fanfare ability. It's okay. I mean, you'd probably consider playing it because if you need 2 drops in your deck, because you need stuff to be able to target this and accelerate this, so it's okay. The effect is free, yeah, sure. Wired Assault, 4 mana. I bet you this sucks. I don't remember seeing a 4-cost bronze card that is good. Actually, no, that's not true. Portal has the kill a unit, but still. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Add 2 copies of Puppet. Ooh, Puppet support. Yeah, I was gonna say Bullet was good. So this is basically Bullet. This is Puppet Bullet. Okay. Yo, this is definitely playable. Yeah, that's solid, man. You can play this in Puppet decks. Excellent. I mean, Puppet doesn't really need kill a unit, though, because it has so many ways to kill units, including Bane, Medical Officer, Orcus, but yeah, I could see it being played. Supersonic Fighter is a 7 mana 3/3, sucks balls. I can tell. What does it do? It summons the It summons the 5/3. Select an allied artifact follower on the field and give it 3/3. It's still trash, I think. I still think this is bad. This looks really bad to me. This is good in Take 2. Yeah, this is a Take 2 card. In Take 2, this is solid. Other than Take 2, I think this is really bad. Even in Take 2, it's not that great. 7 mana is very expensive. Oh, the last bronze one? Oh, and Devotee of Destruction. Fanfare. Give this follower XX. It's the number of allied cards in the field. Destroy all other cards in the field. Ward. Oh! Yo, for a bronze, that's not bad. Yo, that's solid. For a bronze. I mean, that definitely can play. Wow. That can definitely play in this deck. Egg Fighter, yeah, sure. It's not amazing, but it can definitely play. Yeah. I don't think you run 3 copies of this, though. I think this is very bricky. But yeah, definitely playable. Cool. Okay. All right. Moving along. I'm going to do neutral next. What is neutral giving us? So, we've seen Baldy. He sucks. Gilnelis, Veracity Manifest. First of all, what have we not seen? We've seen this and this. Activates in hand whenever an enemy follower super evolves. Give this Bane ward. I mean, this is kind of trash, right? This is kind of bad. Greatness Ascended. Draw 3 cards for 4. If there are no duplicates in your deck, recover 3. Oh. Okay, so this is just a Majerabane card. In a pure Majerabane deck, you would run 3 of these as well, and you would hold on to them. And then you play Majerabane into like Greatness Ascended just to like mill your deck. But it's kind of cool, I guess. You could also maybe make a Singleton deck, but Singleton sucks right now, so yeah. We have Apostle of Veracity. Fanfare. Select another follower on the field and give it 4 +4 -4. That's a lot of damage. 4 mana, deal 4 is a lot. And this kills most units on curve. Really good removal. You can play this on, like, for example, Super Evolved Forte, which is insane damage on 10. Super Evolved Forte does how much with this? Is that 12 damage to face? That's really cool. I don't know how playable it is. I mean, anytime you can do this, it's strong. The issue is most Storm units don't have enough HP to survive this without evolving, but because you can't use this on Ghost, for example. This would kill a Ghost if you try to use it on a Ghost. What can you use it on? You can use it on Mummy if you Super Evolve the Mummy. Mummy then hits for 9 damage on mana 6. For 6 mana, 9 damage to face is sick. I think this will fit very decently into Aggro Abyss, I think. Yeah, Fenny decks would do really well with this. I think this fits best in Dragon. I think it fits in Dragon the best, because this costs 2 mana as well, which is kind of disgusting. Can you kill a Super Evolve unit with it? Yes, because this is not dealing damage. This is reducing HP. Yeah, I think Fenny Dragon makes this work the best. A more aggressive version. All right. Cool card. Last but not least, what is this card? 3 mana, 0/3, neutral. That's scary as hell. Whenever I see a 3/0/3 neutral, that's a build around, because it means it's a control card usually. Fanfare. Select another follower on the field and give it +2, -2. Okay. If both players have 10 max play points, add Sweetness of Veracity to your hand. So this is you can't be a dragon player basically. She has Drain. What the hell is Drain? That's lifesteal, right? Like from bats. Evolve. Select an allied. Select a follower on the field, and give it +2, -2. Okay. She gives +2, -2. She can do it twice with Evolve. She has lifesteal, and if mana 10 on Fanfare, she gives deal 5 damage to random enemy follower and the enemy leader. Ooh, interesting. 5 damage to face to finish things off. Yeah, she can buff herself with the Evolve and go to 4. You know, that's a good card. That's solid. It's solid in a lot of ways. Let's say you're playing, I don't know. Let's say you're playing versus Swordcraft, right? So let's say they play Zirconia. Well, you drop her down. She only costs 3 mana. That kills one of the soldiers, right? You evolve her. She goes to 4. She goes to 4/3 on evolve. You can target herself. She can lifesteal for 4, survive versus the soldier, or you can target the second soldier with this, and she's still 2/5 with Drain. That's all for 3 mana. You need to waste an evolve. I mean, yes, but she removes 2 units, right? By evolving her. She kills off 2 units. This is very good versus Abysscraft, for example, as well, because Abysscraft has to deal with this. You can't leave a Drain unit on the board. So she kills 3. If you go wide, like for 3 mana, it's cheap because you can also play other cards along with it. Like let's say you run this in a rune deck. You play her plus like 1 mana ping plus another 1 mana ping, right? Like she's a very cheap way to deal with boards. She's solid. And then this is okay. This gives you more reach. It's a good card, I guess. It's just another reason to have her late game. You say auto 3 in every deck? I don't know about that. But definitely a strong card. All right. Moving along. We are missing Havencraft, Runecraft, Forestcraft. People tell me I'm going to be tilted about Forestcraft. I'm going to check it out first because I don't want to end on a sour note. No, screw it. Let's end on a sour note. Let's check out Runecraft. So, we've seen him. Too slow because Decline Cactus exists. We've seen her. Kind of cool. Let's reread what this is. Okay. Yeah. He reduces the cost of your cards in your deck by 3. So we have Illusory Conjuration. Select a follower in your hand. and increases cost by 1, destroy a random enemy follower. Okay, I guess you target Kwon and that's it. That's the only card you're allowed to target with this. I guess. You can target the Golem Girl, that's true. That's a good point. A random follower is kind of annoying, but it can be good removal endgame. But you guys gotta remember, like, Rune has access to 1 mana deal 14, right? You guys know that, right? Like, you don't have problems killing 1 unit at all. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on this. We have, yeah, I can kill Ambush, I guess. We can kill Ward, for example, as well, right? Which is kind of cool. We have Congregate of Truth. So 3 mana, 3/1. Fanfare. If this card's cost isn't 3, summon 2 exact copies of it. Oh. Rush. Super Evolve. Summon an exact copy of this card. Why would I summon an exact copy of it? Why would I care to do that? I don't know. So this is basically Doggo. We got Doggo that's 3/1 instead of 4/2, basically. It looks really crappy. Maybe something here is going to make it better. 2 super evolved units. I mean, I guess that carries over. Because, yeah, I guess it carries over. Yeah. Okay. Risky Amalgamation. But yeah, I'm not sold on this. I mean, you have to increase its cost. Risky Amalgamation. Summon Guardian Golem and Clay Golem. Ooh. Interesting. Huh. That can be very strong. Because you can play this with your Golem Girl card to do big AoEs. That can be very solid versus like Swordcraft, getting 2 units out on the board, one of them having Ward on 4. Because sometimes you have nothing to play on mana 4 with Rune, especially if you don't want to play a lot of like non-spell boost cards. Yeah, this can be really nice. And then this can, like, you can play this into 0-cost Emilu, for example, and just evolve her. And she does 3 AoE and your board is full. That's kind of an insane tempo play. I think this is very solid. I like that. No, it's not just for Emilu. You can also play with Golem Girl if you want to have a separate win condition as well. I think this card is solid. The stat line is good. I used to run triple Emilu back in the day, back when we had trouble dealing with Swordcraft, and she was very good versus Swordcraft. Emilu's a good card. It's just that right now the deck is too refined, doesn't need to run her anymore because we have other cards, we have other options. Institute of Truth. 3 mana Amulet. Count on 5 whenever you play a follower whose cost has been changed. Draw a card and advance this amulet by 1. Engage. Select a follower in your hand. Increase its cost by 1. Give it 1/1. This looks like trash. This is just junk. Who would ever have... Skip. Supplicant of Truth. Fanfare. Deal 3 damage to all other followers. Okay. Including your own. If this card's cost isn't 5, draw 2 cards. Trash. Holy crap. Crystal Gazing. Gain Crest. Crystal Gazing. Okay, it's a crest. Countdown 2. Okay. Last word. Draw 2 cards. Deal 4 damage to all enemy followers. Trash. Ascentic of Wuxing. Fanfare. Summon a Paper Shikigami. Okay. So it summons a 2/1 rush and it's a 3/3. Evolve, replicate the card's ability. It's okay. It's okay-ish. Like, it's a take 2 card, right? It's kind of a take 2 card. It's like there's better cards than this. That's the thing. There's better 4-drops. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, but like you have the 4-drop that does 3 damage and gives you a dirt, right? It's better. That thing does 3 damage twice. And it gives you double dirt, which is useful for things like you need that card in order to activate Norman, you need that card to activate your deal 4 AoE. Like, would I really play this over that? You don't even have trouble spell boosting anymore. You have onions. Like, yeah, I think this is just like a take 2 card. And we have Devotee of Truth. Like, it's not that bad, but it's not great either. 2 mana 2/2, and Fanfare of this card's cost isn't 2, restore 3 defense to your leader. Trash. All right, this entire archetype is trash, chat. Like, imagine playing this over the current meta rune deck. Like, you're just gonna play Cactus Declimb and laugh at this. Rune is still gonna be broken. Yeah, like, Declimb Cactus is so far above beyond what this package brings. Listen, and by the way, I actually think this card is super cool. I love this card. If there was no 20 damage from hand decks in the game, I think this package could work. But for this package to shine, you need to make it to mana 14 plus. And OTK decks don't let you get there. It's impossible to get there. No matter what your hand or board state is, Cactus Declimb is lethal every single time. So it's silly. Roach is lethal basically every single time. So yeah, it's pointless. It's pointless to imagine a world where this is playable, in my opinion. Now, I might be missing some interaction. I'm not infallible, but I don't see it. All right. 2 more things to go. We're going to look at Havencraft, my beloved. I love Havencraft. Let's see what they've done to my deck. So, we've seen the entire let's make crests because deal X damage split if you didn't attack with your followers. We have her. Set the attack of all enemy followers in the field to 4 and end of return. Okay. This is a cool card, by the way. This is a cool card. This is a very annoying card to deal with as well. Now, keep in mind, for this to be good, she actually has to be on the board. But still. Pretty cool card. We've seen it, though. Shining Disenchantment. We've talked about this one. Splits damage, heals you. Wait, no, this card sucks. This card's too expensive. Yeah, this card was kind of expensive. We said this one was not that great, right? We have Congregate of Repose. What does this do again? At the end of your turn, if allied followers didn't attack this turn, draw a follower with 4 defense. I don't remember what we thought about this card. We said it was too slow, right? But this does fanfare destroy a unit, which is kind of okay, right? But you still have to evolve her to get the crest, and you're never evolving her because evolutions cost too much, so yeah. Winged Lion Statue, we said this card was great. This is a great card, overall. You play this in, like, control decks, for sure. Temple of Repose. All right, I think this is new. Restore 2 defense to your leader on last word. Give your leader barrier. Wait, you give your leader barrier? Wow. That's kind of cool. Yo, that's actually really cool. So this is really, really good in certain scenarios. Like this card, by the way, I'm just going to give you some examples. Extremely good versus Dragoncraft. All right? Extremely good versus Dragoncraft. Number 1. Like, that's probably what is best against, because Dragoncraft doesn't do ping damage. It does, like, big hits. Versus Roach, debatable, because Roach can still set up Kabunkel to do 1 damage with Super Evolve as a way to get out of this. It's really good versus Kuon win condition. Not really great versus... I mean, it's still pretty decent versus Cactus. Even then, like, it's great. It's great versus everything. This is really strong. Wow, what a nice card. It is last word, but you can auto proc it, right? Yeah, this card makes you want to play crests. Very cool indeed. All right, Supplicant of Repose. Fanfare, gain a crest, so many crests. Ward, we've seen this one, right? At the end of your turn, if allied followers didn't attack this turn, restore 1 defense. Yeah, we've seen this card already. Good healing. I think, wait, have we seen it? I'm not even sure. I guess overall good healing. You really do want crests, so it just gives you the crest, so everything else is activated. Yeah, playable. Blinding Faith. Deals 3 damage to all enemy followers. Enhance 8, draw 3. We've talked about this card. People say it's trash. I think this card is good. I think this card is actually good indeed. Very useful card. I would run this in my decks, in my control decks. Maybe not in my crest decks, but overall, 4 mana, deal 3 to everything is very powerful versus Swordcraft. It's very good versus Abysscraft. This is all before you can play Salif, especially going first. And secondly, it doesn't require an evolve to deal 3 damage, which is amazing. It's not budget Salif, it's better than Salif in many scenarios. Not budget at all. It saves you an evolution for board wipe. It's amazing. And if you don't need it ever, you can just draw 3 cards and heal for 3, which is also very, very good. So, yeah. I think this card is good. I think you guys are all insane who say this card sucks. Knight of the Holy Order, 2 mana, 2/2 ward. Whenever the follower is given plus attack or defense on the field, restore 1 defense to your leader. I mean, it's with the landmark, right? The +1/+1 landmark, but... yeah, I'm not sure. Deal. I mean, it's Darkhaven, basically, yeah. Infinite healing with the landmark. Yeah, but like, it's not going to survive more than one turn. It's a 2-mana 2/2 ward. I guess you can play it in ward decks. But then, are you playing Darkhaven in ward decks? Wilbert Crest. I get that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it actually works with Wilbert Crest. That's true. That's a good point. That's a very good point, yeah. With Windbird Crest, it works. And we have Devotee of Repose. Fanfare gives you a crest. At the end of your turn, if allied followers didn't attack this turn, give a random allied follower in your field -2 attack and ward. I understand. Hear me out, chat. You play him on the board. He gives himself -2 attack. He goes to -2 attack. Right? Next turn, you attack the enemy's face. You heal the enemy for 2 because he's -2 attacks. Because -2 times -2 is literally whatever. So you heal your opponent. Then you cheat at the game and you pull out your Dragoncraft Raging Lightning. We all thought this card was trash, but now we know it's great. And guess what? You're an overflow, deal 3 damage to all leaders with the highest defense. Well, you just healed the enemy. So now, you healed them for 2, but now you deal 3. Now this card actually is deal 5 damage to a follower and deal 1 damage overall to the enemy. Now it makes sense why they printed Raging Lightning. Genius. I get it. I understand. All right. Yeah, basically this is, if you play this on curve, you get the crest. You don't attack with him because nothing, and he's a 2-mana 0/6 ward. That's kind of solid. It's kind of solid. The only problem is every other unit you play afterwards is trash if you don't attack with them. So it's kind of solid for a stall kind of deck, right? So yeah, maybe. Oh wait, he doesn't. No, he just gets ward. Oh, he sucks balls. He's trash. Never mind. I take it back. I don't know why I was thinking he was getting 2 HP. No, he's trash. Oh my god, never touch him. All right. Horrible. All right. Last but not least, we're going for Forestcraft. People told me they cooked with this, and it's raw, but we'll see. So we've seen Cruel, amazing card, amazing, absolutely insane, crazy ability. We have seen the 9-cost card, pretty cool for support. For control. Let's see everything else. Eradicating Arrow. Do this X times. Give a random enemy follower in the field. -1 X is your combo. Interesting. Can be useful as a removal, I guess. Yeah, sure. Sure. Quite useful for removal. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Hamlet of Unkilling. 3 mana. Fanfare. Select a card in your hand and discard it. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Engage. Destroy this card. Select the enemy follower on the field. Give it -2. I don't think it's that great. It can be good, like, if you have too many cards in hand, you got to discard some cards, but there's better draw. You have the one that fuses, for example. It's just much better than this overall. I don't like this that much. The -2 is okay, I guess. I don't know. It's okay. It's take 2, maybe. Greatwood Warrior. 4 mana, 4/4. Last word, add the Deepwood Bounty and Fairy to your hand. That's interesting. Like, Deepwood Bounties are extremely good for Roach, but can you afford to go 4 mana, 4/4? I guess you kind of maybe can, mainly due to the fact that you're playing into your 5 mana, like 5 mana deal 9 to everything, right? So you can kind of come back from the anti-tempo. And 4 mana, 4/4 is not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, this is solid. It might be playable because, like, how many times do you go through the lengths of getting your 2 mana cost amulet to give you these 2 cards? You put a lot of effort into that by recalling it, playing it, etc. This sets up Roach really hard. It's useful for Roach. It's basically Lambert for free. Yeah. So Supplicant of Unskilling. 6 mana, 5/6. I can't believe that stat line. It sucks. But Fanfare, give all enemy followers -3. Ooh, Super Norbert counter. And Super Evolve, replicate the effect of this card's Fanfare ability. Wow. So this is basically, hey, Havencraft wards, I have an answer. But, I don't know. Like, this answers everything that counters Roach, right? It's really good versus Havencraft ward. It's really good versus Norman. It's really good versus, like, Amelia. This answers a lot of stuff, dude. And this is just guaranteed board wipe if you super evolve it. Like, nothing survives this if you super evolve him. That's a solid card, maybe. All followers. All enemy followers, yeah. Yeah, it goes through barrier, correct. One of in Roach. I was thinking the exact same thing. I think you play this as a one of in Roach. Mainly because Roach has so much draw anyway. You don't want to draw more than one. That's solid, man. I think it's a one of, yeah. Bestial Swipe sucks. Bear, oh, I don't know, but it looks really bad. Like, whoever commissioned this art, they're like, yeah, no one's gonna play this card, so just do whatever you want. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 4 damage. Combo 3, draw a card. I mean, actually not that bad. Combo 3, draw a card, solid. Card order is insane. What do you mean? It's actually decent, yeah, yeah. Bearer of the Fairy Blade. 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever an allied pixie follower enters the field, give this follower +1/+0. I mean, honestly, kind of decent. Here's the thing. You don't play this in Roach. What you do is you play this on mana 2, and then mana 3 you swing for 4 to face. Because it's very hard to kill a 2 mana, 1/3. What deck can beat a 2 mana, 1/3, chat? Like, what deck kills this on curve? You play 1 mana, yeah, like, if you have enough fairies and pixies, this can pop off hard. Vals, yeah, that's true. Vals does kill it. But Vals is a 3 cost, keep that in mind. If you're going, yeah, it's interesting. Cool card. Yeah, cool card. Probably, maybe playable in, like, Tempo 4s. It doesn't really run Roach as much. Maybe. And we have Devotee of Unskilling. 2 mana, 2/2. Select an enemy follower in the field, give it -1. Replicate if you evolve. I mean, they just got Apollo as well. A better Apollo. Wow. So we have another Apollo card. We have a 2 mana Apollo now. Oh wait, no. Oh my god, I was gonna trash Cygames for making the greatest card in the game, but it's not. It sucks. It's only 1 unit. Never mind. Trash. Much worse Apollo. No, this is playable. I think you would maybe play this in, like, maybe in Tempo Pixies, because it's kind of similar to the Dragon that pings for 1, right? So it's like just value and tempo. The tempo is not bad. Yeah, it's playable. It's good versus decks that give you a hard time by going wide. Sure. And last but not least, the card that they said I would hate because I said we don't want OTK decks in the game. What is this? Isidia. Annihilation Manifest. 8 mana, 6/6 trash stat line. Fanfare, give it enemy follower on the field. Select an enemy follower and give it -6 HP. Okay. So 8 mana, I guess remove, I don't know. Kill Lily, sure. Evolve, I mean, it doesn't even look that great. Evolve, add an Annihilating Onslaught to your hand, okay, sure. Okay. 6 mana, activates in hand at the end of your turn. Reduce the cost of this card by 1, okay, sure. So in 6 turns it costs 0, whatever. Deal 6 damage to the enemy leader. If there is an allied Isidia on the field, deal 12. I see. Okay. I see. Another OTK. Yes! Cygames, you heard my plea. There was not enough OTK in the game. Yes! Beautiful. And if this lives, by the way, it's OTK next turn, but it's fine. It's super slow. It is a little bit slow. It's not as crazy as I thought you guys were going to say. I mean, it's guaranteed OTK in 4 turns. If you have coin, it's guaranteed OTK in 3 turns, right? Because you can do this for 11 mana. It is better than Rose Queen, I think, in some ways. Yeah, this is better than Rose Queen for sure. Absolutely. It's too slow. It's not, because it actually kills a unit. The problem with Rose Queen is Rose Queen doesn't kill anything. You understand that, right? You can play this into Super Evolve it and guarantee kill 2 units on the board. So you can stabilize with this card. And then this is a 9/9, so your opponent has to waste that turn killing it. And then you just gotta stall, and you win. Too slow still? Probably. But it's not healthy for the game, because it's another countdown to you lose the game. Like, this is just bad design, you know? Unless there's a way to go above 20 HP, it's bad design. It just is. Just like Cactus is bad design if Declimb exists in the game. But yeah, that's the last card. All the cards have been revealed. Tomorrow, we probably play. Unless it comes out too late, but we'll see. So yeah. Thanks all for watching the video. It's a bit of a longer one, but we covered everything. And I will see you all for the new expansion. Peace!